Welcome to Super Game Core. Today we are playing Super Mario 64. It's me, Phil. As always with. I can't speak tonight.
That's fine.
Dan, you are with me as always. Say hello.
Hello. How's it
Sorry.
going?
Adjust my mic here. So Super Mario 64. Dude, I haven't played this game in forever.
I'm actually surprised you haven't played this in like a long time.
Well, I think it was one of those games I played so much when it came out that like I kind of like OD'd on this game and I didn't need to play it anymore. So, Peach talking there. I think
I was actually going to ask you about that. 'Cause, like,
that may have been in the original. So I was going to bring up that there's 3 versions of this game on 64.
Yeah.
So I think she always speaks, but the original Japanese version that came out like months before this was released in the US, I don't. Or maybe Mario did speak, but maybe there was no Peach. I forget. There's something like that. Something weird there where there's like extra voice clips.
Oh, really?
Yeah. I forget which one it is. I should have looked that up. And then there's this version, of course. And then in Japan they released this version, but they added Rumble to it eventually.
Yeah, we saw that at the one store we went to, right?
Yeah.
And it had that really cool.
Yeah, Mario and Bowser like
Yeah.
back to back.
Yeah, like, you know, the Japanese games always get, in my opinion, like way better box art.
Yeah.
And there's the Japanese box art for this. It's like Mario and Bowser standing like back to back with their arms crossed, and I always thought it looked really cool.
Yeah. All right, so here we go. We're going to the Bomb Battlefield. It's hard to believe that this game is like coming up on 20 years old. I mean, this was like
nuts.
This started the revolution. This was the big 3D thing, and it's still, from what I remember, still a pretty fun game.
Yeah, I mean, it's like, oh, my bad. Talk to that
I
sign.
mean, showing some age.
Yeah. Well, yeah, I mean, obviously, this is a launch game for the N64, right?
Yeah, I mean, for a launch game, it's so weird. Like, you know, when you look at launches, you got like PS4 and Xbox coming out, and even when you look back, like launch games always tend to be like nothing too special. You know what I mean?
Yeah, like, you know, play a little bit like playing it safe.
Right. So like, it's just cool that this launch game was just like revolutionary.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Well, I mean, like, you know, the Wii had Zelda, but that wasn't even technically a Wii launch game.
Right.
It came out on GameCube as well. It was
Right.
in the works for a while.
Well, I mean, I guess Wii Sports is revolutionary.
Yeah,
but,
Wii
I mean,
Sports is
people
definitely
debate the I guess quality of that game, which I actually
Yeah.
I like Wii Sports a lot.
I
But
like it a lot, too.
anyway, so you already made it to the top of the mountain.
Yeah,
I
still have my footing in this game. I mean,
yeah.
I've played it like a million times. You know everything.
So we're really just gonna like plow as not really as quick. It's not how I wouldn't say a speed run, but we're gonna get 60 stars
I actually
hopefully.
forget how to do this.
You just gotta outrun them, right? I don't think you need to do anything.
Yeah, I think
fancy.
it's just that after a certain amount of time, it lets you. That's it.
We're not here to get 120 stars, but I think we will play through the game to completion.
That's the plan. I mean, hopefully it works out.
Right.
So your experience with this, like, you know, the first day, I can't grab him at all. It's
Yeah,
just-
I don't know what's going. And he didn't even bother to
yeah,
turn
he
around.
didn't even care. I was
He had
pushing
no
right
idea.
back.
The worst bomb king.
So when this game came out, I was 5 years old, and
That's crazy, man.
yeah, when this game came out for you, how old were you? You were around.
I was a freshman in high school, so
Okay. And you were
What
had
is that,
lived through-
14?
Yeah, around that. You
yeah.
had lived through the 8-bit era and the 16-bit era, so like when I played it for the first time, I just thought like it was a game. You know, I really didn't think too much of it because I didn't grow up on like different games. Like, did this blow your mind when you were a kid and you bought it?
Yeah, I was. You know, when they showed screenshots from this game, like my brain didn't really understand how it worked.
Like you didn't know like how it was gonna run or like.
Yeah, like I didn't understand how it moved. I didn't understand that there was gonna be like a camera that followed him. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
when you never see anything like this before, there's no.
Yeah, you don't. Really
You have no
understand.
expectation.
Yeah.
You don't understand it, and I can just remember studying like screenshots of it and being like, I don't understand
get it.
how this works. And then I remember seeing, like leading up to the launch of the 64, there was like I just so happened to be flicking through the news and like CNN or something like that. You know, once in a while they run like a tech story.
Yeah.
And they ran a story on the 64 and they actually showed it moving, and I can remember just being like, holy shit, like I can't believe. But then even after seeing it running, I was just like, I don't understand how it controls. Like I didn't like understand how he moved through that space. I mean, now you look at it now and I probably sound like such an idiot, but that's just how different it was.
Yeah, I mean, doesn't make you
whoop
sound
this guy.
good.
You really gotta wait for him to get up here to get this
Yeah,
star. Oh,
and then
jeez.
like he goes like super fast. Like he'll be running really slow, but like you get to the top,
Oh,
you
he
can
takes
actually get
off.
an angle of him
Yeah, let's see.
like, coming up, and he'll be like booking it like as fast as he can, or not.
I like how Mario loses polys as the camera zooms out.
Yeah,
But yeah, like it was just such a
or never mind. He's just walking up. He doesn't even care.
yeah. He is strong. He is enormous, by the way. What an enormous Koopa.
You're like being in gold. I like his eyes. They only just like one.
Yeah, it's just this big thing.
Yeah.
But yeah, I mean, it was mind blowing, and I remember Toys R Us that year, the year this came out, had a bunch of like kiosks set up
To
that-
what, play a game?
to play this. So
Alright.
there was just like 8, I don't know how many there were, 8 N64s, and then they even had
I'm not even gonna try.
what the jump up there.
Yeah, just
They-
trying to be fancy.
They even had a kiosk with Crash Bandicoot, because that was also new that year.
Okay.
And a kiosk with Knights, which was also new that year. For Saturn, they actually had a Saturn kiosk, believe it or not. I guess Saturn still had a chance at that point. Yeah, so I remember the grocery store that my mom used to food shop at was right near the Toys R Us, and I remember telling her like, just drop me off at Toys R Us, and I'm gonna play Super Mario 64 while you go grocery shopping, and I did. And then I got pretty far, and they didn't kick you off. No one was like moderating it or anything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, and it was not timed, so you could literally just sit there and play the whole game. And I remember I played to the first Bowser, and I beat the first Bowser, and I was like, okay, I don't want to like
Like, you know,
ruin the
spoil-
experience for myself. Yeah, so I stopped playing. I think I went back and did like things I already did. But yeah, I was like obsessed with this game. I mean, I loved it. And now you're gonna see me play it, and Dan's playing right now, but you'll probably see me playing it and start doing terrible.
No, I mean it's not.
I don't know. I still got Mario in my blood,
Yeah. You
and I've been
play
playing Galaxy recently. I'm sure it's you know,
similar.
right.
Holds up. Yeah, the one thing I always like remembered about this game is that like it's just like what every 3D platformer should like strive to be. Like this is a good model even today. Like just how like well you control Mario.
Yeah,
Like-
and it's weird even looking at the like Mario's control. Like, you know, this was the first game that really like took advantage of like this analog stick
Yeah.
too. So it was crazy that you didn't have to hit a button to make Mario run. You just like pushed the stick further, and you know, if you just push the stick a little bit, he'll tiptoe. I mean, he has so much like animation of like all the positions of the stick. Like it's crazy how much thought they put into it. And then it's now like in like 2-3 weeks, Mario 3D World is going to come out, and it's amazing how much they scaled back for that. Like, you don't have to use an analog stick because
Nope,
they want
yeah.
you to play with the Wiimote when you
Yeah,
have
I never
multiple
really
people.
thought about that.
And there's a run. They put a run button back in there, and he's just 8 directions now. And it's just kind of crazy, like
Yeah.
how they've, like maybe it was too complicated. You know, maybe it's too complicated for some people. That maybe some people like to hit that button to make them run. Maybe they don't, because maybe people don't think about the different pressure you're putting on the stick. You know what I mean?
No, yeah, I understand.
So it's just kind of weird how
Well-
Mario has changed. No, of course there's no run button like Mario Galaxy and all that, but
No.
and I think with 3D World and 3D Land especially, like they're trying to bridge that gap between
Like the
2D and 3D,
Yeah.
so that, you know, I think they're purposely introducing like familiar elements like a run button.
It's not
on
like it does a bad
purpose.
job of it. 3D
No,
Land is,
right,
like,
no.
one of the best, if not the best, 3DS game.
Yeah, 3D Land's, I mean, really good. I mean, certainly better than New Super Mario Brothers 2.
I really wanted to love that game.
And
Did you see
it's
that?
not. Yeah, it gets all flat. It's not very lovable. I mean, it's good. It's like a solid game, but they got to move on from the new the new line. There are as many new Super Mario Brothers as there are regular Super Mario Brothers.
How many others?
There's 4 new Super Mario Brothers,
I didn't even realize that.
and there's 4 just regular Super Mario Brothers. Because World isn't called
Yeah,
4 here,
World
but
is-
it's
yeah.
called 4 in Japan, so it's still the 4th Super Mario. Yeah, so
I
there's
can't believe you have like all this Mario trivia that I just don't know about.
really.
Yeah. Like you were talking, I knew there was 3 different versions, but I didn't know the difference between the Japanese and the North American versions when they first came out.
Yeah, and there's like bugs they fixed and stuff. Like,
Well,
there-
yeah.
there's all sorts of there's a lot of differences between them. But yeah, I wish I remembered a little more about this game. Like these first few worlds, I have like really familiar with because I played them so many times. But I will admit, even then, I was never really too huge on some of the later worlds, like that Magic Carpet one. I don't really like.
I hate the Magic Carpet.
I'm not big on TikTok. Is it what's the clock one called?
Yeah, I'm not big on those two. It's not like I hate them. Like they're just a little difficult, but the difficulty
Right.
just because of like the camera sometimes.
Yeah.
And,
Yeah, so I didn't play those ones. Like I didn't have fun. Like I played the crap out of those ones to get everything, but
you wouldn't.
I never went back to just
Yeah.
have fun.
Just to like screw around.
Yeah,
I can think of numerous times I went to Bob-on Battlefield and just.
Oh, just to do all sorts of crazy stuff. Yeah, like trying to shoot myself up this tower with the cannon and grab the star. Like I did that kind of like just ridiculous stuff. I remember doing. And yeah, and I never did that with some of the later stages because I didn't think they were as fun.
So you want me to just go to the first Bowser? I mean, I'm kind of flying through this.
Yeah, you really are. Yeah, let's go fight them.
I need 2 more stars.
Oh, you need to, that's right. You need 8. I remember the water. You're headed to the water right now, right?
Yeah, I'm gonna go do the secret stage up here.
Oh, I actually forgot about that. What's this one?
It's kind of like a swimming. Well, it is a swimming pool. It's not. I can't get up that wall, of course.
There you go.
And then it's just like one giant box.
Oh right, yeah, I remember this. You just got to get the coins or something.
And here's one of the best songs ever, like on the N64.
I'm gonna ruin this song for you, maybe
Don't
forever.
do it.
All right, don't.
Yeah, please
So
don't.
I'll
Please
go. Here it goes. I don't know, it might not. You might not think anything of it. So when this game was new, I remember my sister was watching us play it, and we were just saying how awesome this was. And then she heard this music. She's like, "It just sounds like Doogie Howser." I was like, "Oh."
Why does that ruin it for me?
I don't know, because like have you ever watched Doogie Howser before? Probably
Yeah.
not. Oh, you have?
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just like, just that she compared it to that. I was like, I don't know.
Which sister was it? Out of curiosity.
Lori.
I
She
mean,
also
figures.
said, we were all like saying how amazing like the graphics were. And she's like, I don't get it. His hat's square. But I mean, she had a point. I mean, I guess his hat is square.
I mean,
but-
you said it the one day we were playing this. I think when it came out on the Wii Virtual Console, and you were like, you made a joke, but it actually like held like some ground. Like when right here, when he holds up like his he does the peace sign, it looks like he's holding 2 Legos up in the air.
yeah, I mean, that was the best they could do. All right, next time on Super Game Core, we'll probably be making our way to Bowser after a star.